So I decided what I'm going to do with the mushrooms. Someone mentioned on one of my Instant Pot chicken recipes, whole chicken recipes, a while back that they used mushrooms at the bottom of the Instant Pot and they didn't add any liquid to the pot because the mushrooms release a lot of liquid. So, and I hadn't tried it. It looked really interesting, and so I think I'm going to try that. I have a frozen chicken, so I will use 10 minutes per pound as cook time, but I'm just going to add my mushrooms into the bottom of the pot, and you don't have to use a trivet because the mushrooms kind of hold the chicken up above the bottom of the pot, just like that. And then I'm going to add in my frozen chicken. I have 3 tablespoons of lemon herb seasoning blend that I made last year with a bunch of herbs from our garden. I'm just going to sprinkle it all with that, add a little bit of avocado oil, mostly to make the spices stick to the chicken, and then I will cook it. I need to weigh this chicken to see how many pounds it is to know how long I'm going to cook it, and we'll see how it turns out. Probably after it's cooked, I will use the broth to make rice in the Instant Pot here, and then I have my other veggies that I'm going to roast, and that'll probably end up being dinner for us. So this chicken is 4.5 pounds, so I will be cooking it for 45 minutes. And just a quick drizzle of oil and sprinkle it with all the spices and it'll be ready to go. Pretty simple. I might grab some lemon slices out of the freezer and just throw those in here since I have them as well. And it's all ready to go. Super simple. If for some reason it doesn't come up to pressure without the liquid being added, I will let you know. And then I'll just add some broth or some water. Oh, I want to do 45 minutes. But we will see if the mushrooms are enough liquid to get enough to come up to pressure. And then the chicken, of course, will release some liquid too. It'll just take a little longer because it's frozen. And it worked. It actually came up to pressure really fast with those mushrooms in there. We're making some really good progress here. I have a bunch of veggies cut for fresh eating. And then this is the cilantro and green onions that I will use on top of stir fries or soups or salads whenever I feel like sprinkling it on something. This is some leftover clippings from the carrots and the celery to use for broth later. And I have some romaine lettuce chopped up just for salads. I'm gonna wait on the apples. I'll try to get to those tomorrow, and I'll also try to get to the potatoes tomorrow. Don't think I'm gonna get that done. My chicken is just finishing here. I'm gonna let it natural pressure release for a little while before I open it up to look at it. I have my pan ready to pop the chicken on and broil it for a little bit to get it kind of crispy. And then all of my roasted veggies here, and I feel like we've made a lot of good progress today. What are you doing sitting in Levi's chair? You crazy thing. You are way too big for that.
I'm just sitting in here.
Are you being a baby?
Yes.
Yes, I see that. Okay, so my chicken has been natural pressure releasing for 14 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and quick release the rest. And I have my rice rinsed over here to cook in the drippings after I get everything out. I need to see what it looks like. I might blend up the mushrooms and use that in the cooking liquid for the rice, or I may pull the mushrooms out depending on how cooked down they are, I suppose. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Ooh, steamy, steamy. Yeah, it definitely released plenty of liquid. There's no shortage of liquid down there. Does that smell good, Po? Did you want some too? There'll probably be some treats in there for you. Don't you worry. Ooh, it's definitely cooked. It is so cooked it is falling apart. 45 minutes was plenty of time, even though it was frozen solid. Ooh, don't fall apart. Don't fall apart. There we go. This is what the broth looks like. I think I'm gonna strain out everything, and then I need to measure the liquid so I know how much to use. I have 2.5 cups of rice here, so I need 2.5 cups of liquid. It's jasmine rice, so 1-to-1 ratio of rice to liquid. So I'll strain everything out, and then I will put back in the amount of liquid I need, add my rice, and get that cooking while I broil my chicken. So veggies are done, rice is done, and it smells amazing, and the chicken is done, and I have the mushrooms over here for whoever wants some with their meal, which will just be me. But dinner is ready. So this sweet boy took an epic nap today so that I was able to get all of that work done. I was not expecting to get as much done as I did, but he was so tired and he got his good rest, and then we were able to spend some quality time together. And he's just my sweet boy. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, what's the matter? Anyways, I just wanted to pop back on and mention that the best part, oh my goodness, the best part of the meal was the mushrooms. Cooking them underneath the chicken like that, they were amazing. They soaked up so much flavor, and I'm not a huge mushroom fan. Like, I don't mind them. I like them in some things, but they're not like my favorite thing ever. But they were so good, so flavorful and delicious. I highly recommend trying that with the chicken in the Instant Pot. The chicken itself was a little overcooked. I'm not sure why, because I've used that timing board before, the 10 minutes per pound if frozen. But it was a little overcooked. Next time I might cut it down to like 35 to 40 minutes. But it was still fine. It was just a little bit too cooked. But definitely the mushrooms were the highlight. Definitely recommend it. Can you say bye? Can you say bye, you little drooling man? You little drooling man? Say see you later. See you later.